And following the governor's executive order this morning, Rochester Public Schools will be closing this Wednesday until spring break is over on April 6th. ABC 6 News reporter Alice Keefe shows us how the district and families are preparing.
This is much different than closing school because of a snow day or temperature, and it's a much bigger decision.
A decision made by Governor Tim Walz Sunday morning.
All schools will be closed for students starting Wednesday, March 18th.
But the announcement didn't come as a shock to parent Yasmin Coons.
The school closure was just a matter of when. We knew it was going to be inevitable. So even several weeks ago, when things started ramping up outside the U.S., my husband and I were thinking and planning and praying that, okay, what's the best thing to do if this happens? What are our options?
Yasmin and her family are lucky. She works part-time, and her husband has the option to work at home now that her 3 kids, ages 4, 7, and 9, won't have a classroom to go to for the next 3 weeks.
We're also working on a plan to provide child care for emergency workers whose students ages K through age 12 are enrolled in our district.
But not every family has that sort of flexibility. In the coming days, the district said they will work on figuring out how to provide child care to some families.
We're happy that the governor has given us this 2-week time to have our staff in and to really work out to plan for worst case scenario. And worst case scenario is that we could be closed for an extensive period of time.
There are other questions the district is trying to answer too. How to provide meals for students who rely on them, and how to keep kids learning if the governor extends the statewide school closure.
People say, well, it's easy to just go to distance learning and technology, but not all of our families have access to technology or Wi-Fi.
It's a challenge because not only do some students not have a laptop or iPad, some don't even have internet at home. For Yasmin and her family, that's not an issue, but she does worry about other students and families.
The most important thing is to be calm, and also to start being aware of the people around you, and not just in terms of who's sick, but this is the time now more than ever that we need to be a community in the truest sense of the word.
In Rochester, Alice Keefe, ABC 6 News.
In a letter, the district said if parents choose to keep their kids home Monday and Tuesday, it will be counted as an excused absence. After a spring break, the district will evaluate the situation and decide if in-person learning will resume or if they'll make the switch to distance learning. Governor Walz is giving school districts the next week and a half to come up with a plan to continue learning for students if schools do stay closed. And in Austin, officials also got together to discuss a plan moving forward following the governor's announcement to close all public schools. The order states starting Wednesday, all schools will be closed until March 27th. Some districts have decided to close starting Monday, but as we're being told, Austin leaders are still weighing their options. In Albert Lea, school officials announced schools will be closed starting tomorrow through March 27th to provide time for educators to prepare for e-learning. No student activities will be held this week. All district staff are expected to report to their buildings Monday morning. The school district says they're also laying out plans to distribute meals to students while schools are closed. In Byron, school officials sent out a letter to families today saying that Byron schools will be closed starting tomorrow as well. No student activities will be held. Officials say that throughout the closure, breakfast and lunch will be provided. For more information, go to Byron's Public Schools website. And with schools closing statewide, the Minnesota State High School League announced today that starting Wednesday through Friday, March 27th, there will be no high school activities and athletics at any member school. These include practices, scrimmages, and contests. And in